today. About to go pick up parts. So driving up to Kansas City, see if the truck makes it. She's on her last leg on the 305 motor right now, but all ready. Got a blanket, got another blanket. So we'll see. I was trying to support this local guy, but he didn't answer his phone. So didn't get my business if you don't answer your phone. So I guess I'm sucking it up and going to LMC and picking up a windshield and some other parts. So road trip day in the shore bed. That's what the shore bed looks like. Looking rough. Yesterday I drove up to Kansas City. That's like should be a 3-hour drive, but it takes a lot longer in my truck. Drove there, picked up some parts. They didn't have the roof liner I needed, but I grabbed these mirrors. They're obviously way shinier than I wish they were. This is the original mirror. The glass is broke, so these are going to be on there. Until I'm gonna try to find a way to get glass in there. I gotta see what I can do. This side didn't have the mirror, so I put this one on, but I'm gonna try to find a matching one. I like to have it look like the truck. So I'm also working on, I got this gasket today. I'm gonna try to get this gasket to fit in there. I got my window regulator, so I'm gonna try to get my window in. That way I can stop tarping my truck every night. It looks like trash. So window regulator in, window in, door panel on today, hopefully. I got a really late start. I was doing paperwork all morning, which sucked. Carpets in. I don't know if you guys saw that the other day, but carpets in. So I put a fuel filter in right underneath the cab. So we're getting close. I'm getting way excited. I'm working on some of this. Here's my windshield in a gigantic box. I don't know what all I filmed to this the other day, but I got all my hoses in. Most of these are all tight. I left this one loose because I need to get my fuel pump in. I need some fittings. The fuel pump they gave me has bigger openings than my fittings, so I gotta work on that still. Also, I got my T fitting that fits back here, so I'm gonna hook up my booster air line. I'm gonna hook up my transmission line. I'm gonna take it off and blow anything out that might be in there. We're getting close, boys, so I'm getting excited. I need to work on a little bit of wiring. I'm gonna run my spark plugs maybe today if I get to it. Run my wires. I need to change the oil filter. Prime the oil before I put my distributor in. We're getting close. I got a little plug for back there. If you can see that, I'm going to try to stab that in right now. I don't know what else I got. Yeah, here's that T-fitting I got. This is for the alternator, but it almost doesn't look right, so I haven't fitted up there yet. I thought it was just 2 wires coming out, but yeah, I think that's the wrong plug. I think they sent me the plug for down here, which is not what I wanted, but whatever. I need to find that plug for the back of the alternator. So I think there's 2 wires that run up here. Power. So I don't know. I feel ignorant on this, but I don't really know all that. I've never had a non-regulated alternator. All mine have been internally regulated. So we're getting close. It's looking good. I really like how the hoses looked. I tried to put all the lettering down so you don't see it. I hate new lettering on it. Let's see. I need to put some tranny fluid in it that I have. I need to run radiator fluid but I'm actually gonna wait until I finish the fuel pump. That way nothing comes out of the water pump. Oil. So yeah, the only thing they didn't have that I wish they did is they didn't have this panel, even though they said they did, and I drove all the way up there and they didn't have it. But you know, stuff happens. So I'm gonna take all this off. I'm gonna try to make pieces, which I really didn't want to do, but it does save me $100. Their panel's a little pricey, I think, but whatever. Oh, I got a dome light. This one's missing the tab right here, so I'm gonna run wiring up there and get that. I'm also going to cut this plastic off of here and run it over there. It'll kind of hide my seatbelt a little bit. So yeah, I don't know. We're getting close, boys. Having fun putting parts on. These are the felts. They sit, sorry about my camera angles. They sit in these little tracks. They got a little tab right there. You have to trim them. They sit behind the rubber right here and behind the wing window. So I got this to fit. I already did the other side. These custom ones have a little stainless steel edge on them, but that's the felt. The rubber seems a little harder to get in. You gotta really bend it, but we'll see. That's next. It's starting to look better. I like having those on. That driver's window is pretty hard to get up. I think the window doesn't like riding in that track that great, but it's all new felt. It needs to break in, so. Yay. I made sure and blew this transmission line out. It's just an air line, but made sure and blew it out. Made sure there wasn't anything blocking it. Hooked it back up down at the bottom. Hooked it up here. This morning I had to go get an air line for the vacuum hose. Run into this T-fitting back here. Got that hooked up. Put 4 quarts of tranny fluid in. I unraveled this so I could figure it out. I'm pretty sure that's all the original wires. They just had this hooked up to the alternator, and I had clipped these wires, but now I need to figure out. I think there's a plug that goes in here, so I need to get something to plug in. Hook up here. I'm not that savvy on alternators or wiring. I do have a book on it, but I don't know. I'm just not that educated on it, so I need to figure out where those 4 wires go. I've never had a non-internally regulated alternator, so figure that out. Besides that, I try to get that fuel pump on today. Work on wiring. I'm going to work on the weather stripping. I'm about to put my spark plugs in right now. I gapped all those to 35 thousandths. So hopefully 35 thousandths is right. That's what I saw online. We'll see. Hopefully it's alright. The other one was a little less. It was around 30, the one I pulled out. So we'll see. Hopefully I can jump the gap. I'm going to try to run brake lines today. So I'll put my dirty clothes on so I can climb underneath there and put those residual valves in. I'm going to try to hide those so you don't see them because they're disgusting anodized red, which does not belong on this truck. Besides that, I don't know. I think I might still be missing one fitting. Actually, no, I think I took it off the other off the other master cylinder. Sorry I don't look at you guys. I'm trying to think when I'm talking. Run some oil down this choke cable to get it moving smoothly. Wiring inside today. Maybe some more brake lines in the back. I have that rubber line that runs to your axle. I might throw that on, and then I want to get the rubber lines up front. Everything rubber on this truck is death. death, rock hard, cracking everywhere. So I'm gonna try to fix some of this wiring, tuck that up in here a little bit. I just don't like when wiring looks crappy, so I'm gonna try to hide everything a little bit. And it's all taped up. I don't know why they messed with it. Like, I wouldn't think it would be that crappy from the factory, but who knows. I really don't think it was, but I'm real happy that that carburetor looks all clean. It looks good on there. So we'll see. I kind of fixed this hose so it's really close right here, but I twisted it to try to take some of that pressure off it. So hopefully that's not bad. So that's what we're working on. Try to get up early. I'm gonna try to get up earlier each day and work on this. The sun's going down quicker, so I gotta get started earlier. Running this Weatherstripping. I got this push-on Weatherstripping, which is actually a lot better than I thought. I just figured, you know, everything on this truck, I figured it wouldn't be great, but it actually just slides right on. I kind of just scraped this off. It seems okay. Not the cleanest, but it's not glued on. But if it starts moving around, I will glue it on. You know, like in these corners, I would think maybe I'll have to glue it. But hopefully it's long enough. In a way, it doesn't look long enough, but I wouldn't think they'd send it super short. I hope not.